Hey guys, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today at the Fish Society. I'm going to be showing you how to make a starter and a main course from one pack of our largest size sea bass fillets. So kicking off, we're going to be making a Peruvian ceviche with coconut milk, ginger and lime. And to follow, we're going to be making a sea bass main with parmentier potatoes and a sauce vieille. So here we have everything you're going to need to be able to make your starter and your main course. We've got our sea bass fillets, we've got the coconut milk, fresh herbs, shallots, ginger, garlic, chili, lime, and these little crostata savoury pots. That's going to be for the starter. And then over here, we've got our part-boiled potatoes, our diced shallots, a little bit of garlic, we've got tomatoes, some spring onion, capers, a little bit of lemon, and a selection of spices. First things first, we're going to take one of our 2 sea bass fillets. The only preparation I've done here is just removing the skin from underneath. So, for the ceviche, all we need is small, square cubes. Next up, we're going to move over to the marinade. So we're going to take our few ingredients here, and with some simple techniques, we'll get everything together. So we're just going to finely dice the shallot. If you need to, you can just run your knife back through the onion. So when this is done, straight into the bowl. Next up is the chili. I like to have different cuts when making things like this. It just gives the whole dish a bit more body. In with the chili. Garlic nice and easy. 1 clove. Crush. And then next, I like to just paste the garlic into the board, because the last thing you want is big chunks of garlic in your marinade. This way we can get out all the juices, like so. Knife straight up in. Ginger, so we've got about a thumb-sized peeled piece of ginger here. Just bunch it together, just makes cutting it a little bit easier. And then just run your knife through, like so. So with the ginger, I don't mind having a bit more texture, but I do just want to squeeze out all those juices. So again, like the garlic, just paste the ginger into the board, bring it back together, and now we've got a bit more of a coarse paste. Straight into the bowl. In goes the coconut milk. So there's about 200 mils here. So we want to get everything we can out of these limes. So we're going to zest straight into the bowl. And you do need a good amount of citrus when trying to cure the fish, because in theory that is what you're doing. Limes are going to go straight in half. And just get every ounce of juice you possibly can into that mix. Okay, a little bit of salt and pepper. In goes our sea bass. Just want to mix this through, and this is just going to slowly cure. Okay, so let's get this first dish underway. So now I'm going to show you how to plate up the Peruvian sea bass ceviche. I'm going to do it two styles because there's something I want to show you. Okay, so you can plate this many ways. You can serve it as it is, which is going to be my first take. And all you do is just a good scoop or a good tablespoon of the ceviche, like so. So the other thing I wanted to show you with these little savoury cups, which makes light work for a dinner party, and with things like the ceviche, you can just pour the mixture straight in like so. Really easy to garnish. We're going to move on and we're going to prep the sea bass fillets for your main course. So there's only a few ways you can prep the sea bass fillet. You can go straight down or at an angle, which is what I'm going to do now. So straight through the skin, and now you have your two portions. Just a little bit of salt and pepper, like so. So, cooking your sea bass fillets, hot pan, a good splash of oil. You can hear it popping already, so that's a good sign. Sea bass fillets in, skin side down. You really want to get a good first seal on that skin. If it's curling up, you can just lightly press with your fingers down on the sea bass fillets, or if you prefer, a little spatula, just a few seconds, like so. Don't press too hard. So they're now flat, skin is sealed. You want to turn down your pan to a very low heat and just let your fillets cook. Let them do the thing they need to do for about 6 to 8 minutes. Straight in with your oil, like so. Good glug this time. In with your potatoes. Sauce Ceviche. So, let's go straight in. Tomatoes in the bowl. A good glug of oil. Straight in with the shallots. A bit of lemon zest. Okay, so potato's been cooking away now for about 4 minutes. They're getting lovely and crispy. So now all we need to do is add a good knob of butter. Got a bit of coriander, I would say about 1/4 teaspoon. The same with the cumin. But I'm going to add a little bit more. That's going to be about 1/2 teaspoon. And about 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. We're going to turn up the heat. You don't want to add the spices too early because they'll start to burn. So if you add your spices at the end, you can cook them out just long enough to get all that flavour and the aromates going. You can see it all sizzling away. It smells delicious. Nice and simple. Ceviche is done. Potatoes are finished. Last thing, sea bass. As you can see, we've pretty much cooked those fillets all the way through, skin side down. So we're going to turn up the heat. We're going to add a small knob of butter. So these sea bass fillets are cooked. We just want to finish them off. So, butter's in the pan. Baste them. Get all that flavour back in. We just want to bring them to a point where they're just starting to sizzle again. So the small handful of capers have gone in. Okay, so now on to plating. We had 10 minutes. Sea bass, potatoes cooked to 6 to 8 minutes, bringing the village together in between. So let's go. So here we have it, 2 courses, 2 sea bass fillets out of 1 pack with 30 minutes cooking time. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you try this at home, and I hope you think it's as tasty as I do.